Your new Wednesday addiction. Humpin' it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Hello and welcome, everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday, hump day, and you're now humping it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro. Please get your mind out of the gutter.
What's going on, y'all?
That microphone.
Hey, I'm sorry. Listen, I can't help. I can't keep getting cut off, and I can't find the right angle. I don't know what's going on. But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in once again and spending this hour of your life with us here on the Humpin' It podcast. Shout out to all of our viewers, Mardukes, and yeah, man. Why we laughing? What I thought? Let's give it shout outs. What's funny? I don't understand.
I was laughing because when you had mentioned cut off, I was in my mind thinking about when I was going to cut you off from this friendship.
What friendship?
The one I'm gonna cut you off from.
I didn't know.
Probably really soon too.
I didn't know we were friends. Is that what we are?
I thought so.
Clearly, it's a good thing you don't get paid to think.
The age-old question: are they friends or are they not?
Exactly. We're gonna keep them guessing. We're not. Don't believe it. We're gonna keep them guessing. Anyways, yes. Let's get into it. Mello, D83, how y'all feeling? I know I kind of look odd because I'm trying to adjust my chair and everything but anyways, that's another story. Okay, let's go.
For the viewers watching for the first time, he always looks odd. It's nothing new. Just an odd-looking guy.
That's facts. That's facts. Better than being a real-life Smurf. D83.
Only one problem with that. I'm not blue. But my heart is blue now. Thanks a lot, pal. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, sir. What's wrong with my camera, man? All right. Y'all, well, D83 clearly is not good, so I'm not going to ask him. Mello, how you feeling? You good?
I'm doing pretty well. I think I mentioned last week I was a little stressed because I had 3 tests in 1 week. Mm-hmm. I managed to do pretty decently, so I can't complain. I got an A and 2 very high Bs. Hopefully I can turn one of those into an A by, some questions that were just answered kind of not because I didn't know the material, but the computer didn't pick it up correctly.
Oh, is that what we're going with?
Well, for Spanish, my Spanish teacher, he because like if you type in one thing like wrong, like either like for instance, like if something's true or false, it's either cierto or falso. So I know one of the questions I accidentally typed in Sierra. I left the T out of Cierto and it counted it wrong. But we know it wasn't falso. So hopefully he'll give me the points for that.
I didn't even know that's what it was. What is it? Cierto?
Cierto.
Okay. And falso. It's like El Quequio, right?
There is no such thing.
I'm just saying,
La torta.
El Quequio I like better, I'm sorry. That's an inside joke for y'all. D83 ain't even privy to that. That goes back years. Well, sir, it's not hard when you're that short. But anyways, excuse me. Let's get into the show, shall we?
Here comes the starting 5'5" water boy, D83 with the 3 and out segment.
D83, what you got for us, brother?
Got a whole lot of flu over here if anybody wants it.
You keep that to yourself, bro. I'm good.
I'm sure it's still over here lingering.
Won't be coming to see you.
Don't ever come see me anyways.
Sir, if you didn't live 3 hours away.
Hey, man. Hey. It's not 3 hours away.
Feels like it. I'm just saying. No, I'm sorry. I'll come see you more.
So, NFL.
Let's talk about it.
NFL season to me, maybe it's just because I'm growing out of it. The games to me really haven't been that good. It's been a lot of blowouts. The games that I thought were going to be good have all been blowouts. Just like the one that just passed, the 49ers and Cowboys. Now, granted, me being a Washington fan, I'm glad it ended that way. But I would like to see a close game, and I thought that was going to be the best game of the weekend.
Yeah. That was disappointing and embarrassing. But a lot of teams, the Patriots got stomped. I mean, stomped. Who else?
Been a lot of that going on. This weekend, like the only good game I see on this weekend are the 4-1 Detroit Lions against the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 4:30. That's gonna be a good game.
That
Should be.
Should be a good game. It should be.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, the head coach of Detroit, really got those guys playing well.
That's good, man. So for the viewers and things, some might call me a traitor, but it is what it is. Years ago, when I was a child,
Later.
Still
are a child mentally. Oh, sorry.
Sir, I'll take that one because you're not too far from the truth with that. My NFL team before I really understood was the Detroit Lions, right? And the reason I picked the Detroit Lions is because I had a Barry Sanders football card. That was my very first football card, and it was Barry Sanders. It was all shiny and sparkly, and Barry Sanders was an absolute monster back then. So after he retired and Detroit would not release him from his contract, so he could not go to another team, I gave up the Detroit Lions because I thought that was incredibly wrong. I felt like they relied on him solely for the offense and, did not even attempt to build a team around him. They just said, hey, give him the ball because he could work magic. So they cheated him out of any type of championship, any type of, real awards. He still got in the Hall of Fame, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah. But I just feel like they did him horribly wrong, and I did not want any parts of the team after that. So therefore, I decided to go with the Tennessee Titans. So there's that.
Yeah, and I think that year that you became a fan, they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah. It was just before that, because actually it was the year after it was the same year they changed from the Oilers to the Titans, I think. So, but not too long after that, they went to the Super Bowl, and that's the only time we've been there. Maybe
lost to the Rams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
Frank Wycheck was
the greatest show on earth.
Yeah. From the 2 yard, I think he was at the 2 yard line.
Yeah.
Frank Wycheck. He was a monster tight end. Absolute monster tight end, boy. But
that
sorry.
was definitely a good squad.
Yeah. Jeff Fisher under Jeff Fisher.
McNair.
Yep, Steve McNair. Right? Yeah. Javon Curse. He was a defensive end. Nasty, the freak. Yeah, boy. That was an amazing
George.
squad. George,
the running back.
Yeah, George.
What was his name?
I almost had it too. George.
Number 27.
Yeah, George. It'll come to me. Anyways. But yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, him. Great squad. Yeah.
But they only got in there. They only got into the Super Bowl anyways off that fluke Music City Miracle against the Bills. That was bull crap.
I have no comment, sir. We made it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, don't be a hater. Don't do that. When's the last time Washington's been there?
Well, you see, we're too busy giving teams their first win. Okay? That's what we're doing. Okay? You want to win? You come play in Washington. You'll get your win.
Hey, that's facts though. as terrible as that is, it's facts.
I was going with the Bears because I'm a realist. I said, the Bears are going to win by 3. This is what's going to happen. Bears going to win by 3. And instead, there's a butt whipping. And I cried. A lot.
I told you. What did I tell you last show? If the Bears beat y'all, just give up the whole. Y'all just need to start from scratch. Move to a new city, do something. Like get rid of everybody, start from the ground up, man. Maybe y'all are better off as a little league team. I don't know, man.
That means I got a chance.
No, I said a little league, not Pee Wee. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Are we allowed to cuss on here?
No, sir. No, we don't do those things. We don't do those things.
I was asking for a friend.
Oh,
not asking for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, of course not. That's why he started coughing, y'all. He lying through his teeth.
That was too funny. Anyways, so last on sports is NBA season. I cannot wait. I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the life of me. I swear I'm starting to become a bigger NBA fan. Season starts October 24th, and I just cannot wait.
So who you think's going to... do you have a prediction? Because you used to make predictions about the Super Bowl, and you were always spot on. Do you have a prediction about NBA?
I was also obsessed back then with football. Like I would even take off time from work to watch the combine.
Yeah. That's true. You were obsessed.
Yeah. The days of long past. Adulthood.
Adulting. Yeah. Ruins lives.
It's overrated.
Yeah. It does.
It ruins lives. Yes. Yes, it does. But if I had to guess, I would say the Suns.
You think Phoenix?
Phoenix Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that squad they got: Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Avon, I think is his name, the center, and then also they brought in Ball.
I don't know who that is.
I'm telling you, that squad right there, the starting 5 is who's gonna beat him?
Who? The French guy. The young French guy.
I was just gonna ask
Victor
about
Wembanyama.
Yeah,
he played last night. Was it last night or the night before against?
Who's he? What team?
They played against the Thunder. The Spurs.
The Spurs.
San Antonio Spurs.
Okay.
They played the other night.
What was he looking like? Did you watch it?
Look good.
Yeah?
He turns the ball over a lot.
Does he really?
I think it's because he's so tall, and the ball. You think about it's like boom.
It's like a whole second and a half before he gets to it.
Yeah. It's serious. I've been watching. It's like awkward. He's like, don't try to cross him over, dog. It's like
that's hilarious, man. Oh my gosh.
It does look awkward.
Yeah.
He's 7'4".
Yeah. That makes sense. God,
but he played against the Thunder the other night, and Chet Holmgren, who's another contention for Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. He's 7'1", 7'2". He's another tall guy that can shoot the ball.
Wow.
So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Interesting. I might actually have to catch some games this year.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sweet. Yeah, definitely. So last thing, musically, I wanted to touch on an album, an LL Cool J album.
Oh, come on now.
Mr. Smith, 1995. That had such great hits like Hey Lover, featuring Boyz II Men.
Oh, that was that album.
Yeah.
That was
Hey Lover.
That song was amazing.
Yeah. Doing It, featuring the song.
Yes. That joint was, man.
I Shot You, featuring Keith Murray, and then I Shot You remix, featuring Keith Murray, Prodigy, Fat Joe, and Foxy Brown.
Yep. Hey, that was in 95.
Yeah, makes you feel really old. Because you were probably like 38 then, right?
I can't stand him.
Or was I off? 36?
I can't stand him.
37.
You bald-headed skeezer.
Hot or cold.
I can't stand it.
So, I only brought that up because everyone, I'm excited. This Sunday, 8 o'clock, Capital One Arena, going to see LL Cool J, The Roots, which would be really cool because I'm a big fan of Questlove.
That's gonna be
Nice.
Questlove is
amazing.
nasty.
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, Queen Latifah, and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's gonna
Oh
be
my
super
gosh.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know we talked. I don't know if we talked off air or on air, but Crazy Bone being in the hospital. Yeah, he. I think last week he released a like a response to his his fans and stuff, and my man said he was almost there. He was fighting for his life for 9 days, I think he said. So, but it looks like he's on the up and up. So,
Good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. I'd seen
yeah.
that.
so man, that's just like Jamie Foxx, man. What happened with Jamie Foxx? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we still don't know the details of that. Which I'm nosy. I want to know, but that's his privacy.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. But it is good to see that he's back. You know what I'm saying, as well. So, because he said he was fighting for his life too. That's
Yeah.
and just that what could it have been? Because he's almost like the picture of health. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx is
Yeah,
in shape
I mean-
guy. So
Yeah,
goes to
exactly.
show you, anything can strike you at any time. So
That's true.
Unfortunately.
yep. But yeah, man, that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
All right, D83. Thank you, sir. Mello,
Welcome.
take us on a trip.
Now it's time for a classically awesome journey to Squareville with Mello.
Yeah. Gets me so relaxed every time I hear that. Just feel like a ultra nerd.
You are.
Not more so than you. So say what you
No,
want.
I will accept that fact. I claim it wholeheartedly.
Exactly. So shut your face, buddy.
Wow.
Okay, so this has been a busy month. It seems like every month has national this, national that. But there are a few big topics or, I guess, themes around the month of October. Aside from Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please. Everybody goes crazy for Halloween. I can do without it.
I know. But one of the biggest things is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So
Facts. Facts.
a lot of people might wonder. You hear about it all the time, especially in women. But men do get breast cancer too. That's something important to know.
That's very
Women
true.
obviously suffer from it at a higher rate, but men are susceptible. Breast cancer in women accounts for 12.5% of all new annual cancer cases worldwide.
Wow.
So about 13% or 1 in 8 of U.S. women will develop some sort of invasive breast cancer in the course of their life. So when you think of it, that's, kind of staggering statistics. You definitely want to be up on your mammograms, your feminine health, breast exams, self-exams.
Self exams is a big part too, because I think and let me be careful how I say this. 'Cause I don't want to sound like D83 over there, but oh, excuse me. No, but all jokes aside, like self exams, I think is a big part. Women I think can tend to just do the yearly mammograms and things like that. But let me not speak on women because I'm not one, so I can't say. But even for men, like real talk, it is important. You know what I'm saying? To do the self exams, because a lot of times if you feel something, you can catch it early before it becomes an issue. So
Exactly.
I just want to throw that out there. Sorry for hijacking your session.
Oh, no. Any information is good information, especially when it comes to this, because we all know somebody or have had a family member, friend, colleague, someone who has either succumbed or who has battled breast cancer. So it's something that touches everybody in some way or another, even if it's not directly.
Right.
In 2023, an estimated 2,800 new cases of invasive breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed in men. 297,790 new cases of invasive breast cancer expected to be diagnosed in women.
Hit that number for men one more time.
2,800 cases.
Okay. Substantially less than women, but
But
2,800 cases is still a lot for,
Exactly.
for a disease that we equate to women. You feel me? So that's important.
yes. So just a little caveat, the statistics that I'm getting are from breastcancer.org, American Cancer Society, National Breast Cancer Foundation, and the Mayo Clinic, just so you know that, I'm giving you some facts.
Good deal.
Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in women, second only to lung cancer, which kills more women each year.
Really?
Yes. Now, breast cancer is contracted a lot more, but there is usually around a 91% 5-year survival rate for women who do contract breast cancer.
Which is good. That's good. Yeah.
It's very high. Today's technology, earlier screenings,
Yeah.
finding it, better technology to see it because we have 3D mammograms now.
Right. Yeah.
Ultrasounds, things that we can take a little bit closer look at, something other than just going straight to a biopsy or maybe waiting. Seeing,
Right. Well, I think
You
it's
know.
this, but maybe not. Yeah. No question.
right. So some things to keep in mind, as I mentioned, breast self-exams are very important because usually women and men, you are your first line of defense. Check yourself out. If you feel something, no matter how benign or insignificant it may seem,
Facts.
please always go to the doctor, get it checked out. Let them say it's nothing to worry about. Don't make assumptions
Right.
because that can cost you more in the end.
Facts.
And one more quick fact, a lot of times, whether it's local, your state health departments, they will offer free breast cancer and cervical screenings. So women's health screenings can be, something if you can't afford them outside of, normal insurance or whatever. You can possibly get them free. Please check with your local or state health department and find out if that's something that they offer. Most places do. So definitely get signed up. Breast cancer screenings, usually mammograms, are recommended around 40 years old. Sooner if you have a family history, so keep that in mind. If you have a family history or know someone in your family, who has had breast cancer, they usually want you to go a little bit earlier to get it checked out just in case. So definitely don't sleep on this because we have so much, technology and advancement that, it's really something that doesn't have to be,
Terminal.
exactly a goodbye. So the earlier you catch it, the better your chances are of, getting treated for it and possibly not having any issues with it. But definitely how early you catch it makes a big determination in your prognosis.
Word up. Good stuff, man. All right. What was that? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Mello, I apologize. Same old
That
me.
was her saying to you because in the beginning you said that listening to her, you find it very relaxing, right? Isn't that what you said in the beginning?
Listening to the
her
intro.
segment?
Yeah, her intro.
Oh,
Yeah,
listening to the intro.
yeah.
I find when you and I are talking on the phone, the moment you finally hang up, I find that very relaxing. I gotta ever get him off the phone. God damn.
That's why I don't call you.
Well played. Well, well played. Well played, Mike. Well played.
Oh man, this is how we do all day, every day, y'all. So, all right, Mello, thank you. Was there anything else that you had for us?
That's all for that.
Oh, that's all, folks. I don't know why that. I'm sorry, it just popped in my head. All right, y'all, let's get it.
あなたが一緒にいないと心が折れる
Ah, yeah. Welcome to this Empire Sanctum. All right, now that that's out the way. So the anime that I have up for review today is called My Dress Up Darling. My Dress Up Darling. One season so far, 12 episodes. Second season is on the way, which I'm excited for. I'm gonna try and pronounce his name. I had it earlier and I forgot. Wakana. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but anyways, Wakana, I think is Wakana Goji. So I don't know if people who watch anime understand the Japanese culture, but typically last names are used to refer to people. Where here in America we always typically use the first name, unless it's some sign of respect. Yeah, right, exactly. Service members use last names, right? But just in society itself, the Japanese people use last names. So I will attempt to use that because I can't pronounce his first name. Sorry. But anyways, so Goji is your typical introverted loner in high school. And again, if you're an anime watcher, you understand that this happens quite often. Like specific genres, I guess, like to use this typical loner type of, nerdy, geeky guy who is, afraid of ladies or is shy around ladies and such. So, but it makes some great stories. Anyways, so again, he's a loner. He doesn't have any friends. And he tries to avoid social situations because he's afraid that if people find out what his passion is, which is for Hina dolls. So Hina dolls are these very elegant like dolls that are usually handmade and hand painted. And remember, what is that name? There's a specific name. It was like for the geishas. So I don't know if y'all have seen like Memoirs of a Geisha. You know how they paint their faces really elegantly. So it's like a powder white, and then they paint the makeup on and stuff. So these Hina dolls, in my opinion, resemble this, right? So they're just really elegantly painted, the makeup and everything, the dress, the clothes and things. So Goji, he loves making them, right? He learned from his grandfather, who is an expert in making Hina dolls. So he learned at a really young age, and currently he's just really good at sewing the clothes, right? Making the clothes for the Hina dolls. He does good work on the faces and such, but he's not quite at the expertise of his grandfather. So, so as a kid, he was introduced to it, and excuse me. So he's afraid. One reason why, again, he avoids social situations is because he doesn't want people to find out because of a traumatic incident that happened to him as a kid. One of his childhood friends, basically called him out on it, told him he was a freak, and ran away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, it traumatized him, obviously. So he just kind of keeps to himself, until one day, when his sewing machine at home breaks, and he decides to finish his work at school in the art club room, because there's currently no art club or fashion club, excuse me. And there's a sewing machine in there. So as he's finishing up his doll's clothes, in walks Marin Kitagawa, who is, again, one of the most popular girls in school, known to be probably one of the most prettiest girls in school, right? So here you have that same dynamic of super popular girl, super geeky nobody guy, right? It's a classic anime story to me. But the encounter doesn't go as necessarily he thought it would. She is super impressed with his Hina doll and the fact that he knows how to sew. And this encounter turns into a partnership, so to speak, because he finds out that Kitagawa is in love with cosplay. So, that don't know what cosplay is, dressing up as manga, game, or anime characters. So she asks him to help her live her dream of cosplay, and he's helping her make the clothes. So, great story to me. Obviously, it's a rom-com-esque type story. Relatable characters, super likable characters, great artistry, great dubs. Gojo's voice can be a little off sometimes to me, but I think it's perfect for the personality and the character that they're trying to portray. Super lighthearted and a fun anime worth watching. So, season 2 is coming out soon. So definitely catch up on it. It definitely is not for people who don't like love stories or lovey-dovey type, corniness, so to speak. So if that's not your thing, probably not going to be the anime for you. But for my eclectic taste, I thought it was a great anime. Senpai score, 8.5.
Nice.
8.5. Definitely liked it. So, check it out. My Dress Up Darling. I closed that there. I didn't mean to, but oh well, I did it anyways. Definitely worth watching. D83, I think you'll like it. I know how you like to dress up on Saturdays, so.
Well played. That's where you're wrong.
I'm sorry.
I used to do that as a late teen when no one was at home. I stopped doing that.
It's okay, man. Listen.
I'm an adult now, okay?
So what does that mean?
I leave my fantasies where they should be.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, is that what it is? I'm sorry. All right, man. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm gonna get it together. It was a opportunity I could not miss. Sorry, D83.
No, well played.
So the other thing I wanted to kind of go over is security related, and that is, I'm sure everybody who's listening has dealt with this, whether they realize it or not. But that's fishing. Not fishing as in, go to the pier, go on a boat, catch some fish. We're talking about, no, not that kind. So this is fishing with a PH, right? Specifically, it's a term, it's a category of social engineering, which is, deals with the tech world, right? And basically it's a fraudulent practice of sending emails and other messages purporting to be from reputable companies in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords and credit card numbers. That comes straight from Google. All right. So we typically see these in emails. If you're using like Gmail, Yahoo, something like that, Outlook, they've gotten pretty good at being able to filter those out. So they go to your spam folder. But I'm sure most people here have gotten that email from the Prince of Nigeria, who is wanting to gift you $500,000 if you send him 500. So, bad part is they've gotten somebody with that. So, but these schemes are increasing in sophistication, which means they're a lot more believable, and a lot more prevalent, man. Like it's social engineering, the general term, that encompasses many different tactics that hackers use. It's the number one leading cause of security breaches, right?
Yes.
It's the human factor again, right? So they have gotten really good at understanding humans, how we operate, how we think, and catering or tailoring these type of campaigns, to make them that believable. So, so how do you spot a phishing message or text? I've gotten many text messages before, many emails. Again, if you are curious about it, go to your email spam folder. You'll see a ton of them. All right. Do not click on the links, whatever you do. The links are malicious. All right. I will tell you that. 9 times out of 10, they will be malicious. So you either catch a virus, adware, some kind of malware. If you click on that link, that's bad news. Do not click on these links. If you are not sure if that email or text message is legitimate, delete it. Right. But I want to show y'all one here that I have here personally received just the other day. Let's see if we can get this done. Bingo. All right. So for our viewers at home, they can see it. Mello and the 83 cannot, because I have not figured out how to do that yet. So don't blame me.
Feel left out.
It's okay. You're always left out. So this was from, I received this text message, and it's purporting that they are from the United States Postal Service. And it says the USPS package has arrived at the warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address in the link.
I got that same one a few
Yes.
days ago.
So one of the main things they are trying to get you to do is click that link. So the wording will be specific. It'll either incite some kind of reaction, fear, urgency, or something to try and make you click on the link, right? Mm-hmm. Once you click on the link, they got you, all right? And if you notice this link, it's on screen here. Hopefully the viewers can see it. If not, I will work on it for next time. But it is https://usps.serverc.su. That is, if you surf the web enough, you understand that a certain, I can't think of the term. Yes, but the dot, I can't think of the term right now. Man, don't talk about me, my coworkers. But .su. So typically .com, .edu, .gov, something to that you're used to saying. One of the indicators is that address, that link address that they're showing you. Is it something you recognize? If not, again, don't click on it. Even if you do recognize it, don't click on it unless you know that you're supposed to get this message, right? A lot of times what you can do, hey, call USPS. Ask them, hey, I got this text message that says there's a package waiting on me with incomplete information. They should be able to look up in the system and tell you yes or no. More times than not, 9 out of 10 times, this is not how they're going to send a message, right? They're not going to send it to you in a text, right? And then again, you can look up the telephone number, right? It probably doesn't match USPS. So, again, do not click the link. Whoops. Let's try that again. Technical error. Sorry. Do not click the link. But these are very common. They can be very devastating. So, the amount of phishing emails, messages, social engineering campaign, like I mentioned before, has increased exponentially because they know that is the way they can get you. Most, I forget the figure. I want to say it was like something like 80 or 90% of all cyber attacks or successful hackings or ransomwares or something like that generate from social engineering. So be careful, be watchful. If you're not sure, delete it, right? That's the easiest way. Because guess what? If somebody really wants to reach you, they're going to reach you. They'll call you or they'll, some way, somehow they'll reach you. Yeah. So I just want to, for cybersecurity awareness, keep that out there. If you don't know, don't do it. That's all it is. Hopefully. What have we learned today, children?
Look
You're
at.
not awake.
I was thinking. I'm sorry. I was thinking about when I'm driving. I always see the click it or ticket.
You know what? D83, you failed, sir.
My whole life. All I've been doing is failing.
Well,
Seventh grade, then seventh grade again, and seventh grade again.
I think we're going to move on. I think D83 story leads into our next topic. Mello.
I gotta go. I can't do this anymore. I'm not feeling well. This isn't helping.
I didn't even say what the topic was, man. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Mello, what's our topic for today?
So the group topic for today, coming on the heels of World Mental Health Day, which was yesterday, is mental health, specifically related to anxiety and depression.
I wouldn't be so depressed if I had better friend choices growing up.
But I can't speak for them. It's not like we were ever friends, so you can't,
This is true. They always say there's some truth hidden in joke.
Who's joking?
Wow. That was cold-blooded. I mean, that hurt.
Okay. I'm
All
sorry.
right, we only got 15 minutes left. I'm so thankful.
Hey, we got as long as we want. This is our show.
No, we can end it now.
No, how about this? I'll go ahead and end you. Goodbye. I'm just playing. All right, I'm done. Mello, I'm sorry.
No problem. So I wanted to briefly lead off with just a few statistics. I like statistics. So these statistics come from kff.org, which is the independent source for health policy, researching, polling, and news.
Sao face? SAO?
Sad face. I'm sorry. I know my handwriting is really bad. You're aggravating. You know that? I hate you. Like there was a time where I was like, I really like to have, Mike as a friend. I'm glad we're not friends.
I don't know what to say. I'm gonna do better. That's all I can say.
Depression. I'm kind of depressed right now.
Well, I told you we were. Your story was going to lead us into our next topic, sir. It's all right though, because we love you.
So just a few statistics. Just these are as recent as February of this year. It's reported that about 32.3% of all adults suffer from anxiety and or depression. It kind of breaks it down in age ranges. 18 to 24, 49.9% of those suffer from anxiety or depression. 25 to 49, 38%. 50 to 64, 29.3%, and 65 and above, 20.1%. So it seems like the more age and wisdom you have, the more you probably just don't care about things as much as you do when you're younger.
Well said.
I mean, we laugh about it, but I think that's absolutely true. Number one, you have more life experience to deal with situations. Number two, you're at an age where you don't really care what people think of you. Right? Let's be honest. Who's come across that old person? You know what I'm saying? They just driving about, whether they driving or, you know what I'm saying? They just don't care. Like, they'll cuss you out in a heartbeat and keep moving. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You standing there all hurt feeling, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like honestly, I think there's a lot of merit to that, you know? Like the more life you live, you know, the less you care about what people think of you.
Yeah. So I do want to add that, you know, after the pandemic, the COVID pandemic of 2021, there was an increase, as you might figure in these numbers, because for a while, the suicide rate had briefly decreased, and it started to rise again in 2021.
If I'm not mistaken, just to jump in, last year I think it was the highest it's been.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I saw an article where they were saying that, you know, people that had been affected with long COVID had, you know, the COVID had affected their brain. Sorry, had affected their brain tremendously.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that too. Yep.
Yeah. Not only the socioeconomic effects of COVID, but physical effects for those who had contracted it. Everybody was touched in some way or another.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when I talk about socioeconomic factors, how many people were out of work? How many people lost their jobs because everything shut down?
Yeah.
How many kids were out of school and trying to homeschool, and parents who still did have to work, whether it would be remote or they were the front lines, you know, the hospitality workers, those that were
medical
at job. Yeah,
definitely medical. That was you can't get no more front line than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, man.
A lot of the hospitality jobs where it was like you had to be there because people depended on you.
Yeah, but a lot of that's, I think the hospitality industry really took a nosedive because it was a lockdown. Restaurants were closed. You know, you couldn't really.
Sure.
So, you know, I think a lot of the workers in that industry were probably laid off or, you know, just, you know, couldn't report to work. Definitely medical staff, right? Nurses, doctors, EMTs, you know, all of that. Firefighters, police, all of that was frontline. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. A lot of other industries I'm missing. I'm not singling anything out or trying to leave anybody out, but.
One thing, grocery stores were definitely open. So all of
frontline,
yes, and Lowe's. I remember I was probably at Lowe's all the time.
Are you serious?
Yes, because if you think about it,
no.
You said
they were
what?
the only ones that had toilet paper. They were the only ones that had toilet paper.
Or some kind of wood pulp or something that they were using. Toilet paper was scarce, bro.
But if you think about it, during that time when people weren't working, they were taking interest into gardening,
home projects.
Home projects, exactly.
True. That's true.
So
the industry was booming.
Yes, it was. So maybe those people weren't affected by the joblessness, but because they had to be at work and everybody was going there, they were more exposed to possibly catching the virus.
Correct.
And, you know, before vaccines were really rolled out, those first strains of COVID were hitting hard. And, you know,
there was absolutely no immunity to it except for the few individuals that had some kind of natural immunity, right? And
exactly.
That's a real thing. But we're talking about something that has never been, this particular strain had not, graced the human race before. So naturally, you have zero resistance to it. And it took a hefty, hefty toll. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. So, yes, COVID had a lot to do with mental health. It still has a lot to do with mental health because a lot of people are still suffering from depression, and anxiety from going through that.
Facts, man.
I know personally it was tough for me. I had actually separated from my job like during the middle of COVID. So I was working from home, but at the same time, it was like you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't look for jobs because nobody was hiring. So it was really tough. So I never really suffered from the anxiety side, but just in my life in general, a little bit, I guess, of underlying depression has always been there. And as I've told you, I have seasonal depression when wintertime comes and there's less sunlight.
And in my life, what is that?
I need the sun. But,
Clearly.
it's real. And, that compounded with everything else because it seemed like the world was going into chaos.
Well, I mean,
literally.
let's be real. In what modern time have we faced a lockdown like that? And for that many years? What, two and a half years?
Just
2 years?
about.
Yeah, give or take. Lockdown, right? And in the midst of the lockdown, right? In the worst, what could you do? You couldn't. Nothing was open, right? I think a lot of things that happened, and this is my opinion. I don't have facts to back this up, but it is what it is, right? So this is just my thoughts. But I think a lot of depression came from spending time with one another, right? Or spending even time with ourselves, right? When we didn't have those activities to occupy our time, right? To kind of allow us an escape away from what we were really dealing with, right? So sitting inside the house is a tough job. Let's be real. If you're not 100% comfortable with yourself or with your partner, right? That's a hard job. So really, and you throw kids into the mix, it's tough, man. And I think, again, my personal opinion, I think a lot of relationships were lost in that, because now you're faced with this person literally almost 24/7, right? If you had problems before, they're exacerbated because of the stress of either your work, or just the nature of the stress of this pandemic, right? Mm-hmm. The fear of, having to catch this thing or catching this thing and then, giving it to your family as well. And, the media coverage didn't help, just the amount of death that, was portrayed and, some of the images of, bodies and refrigerated trucks and stuff like that, that weighs on your you know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely, COVID was a game changer for, I think, everybody on this planet, right? Because literally everybody on this planet was affected somehow by it. So,
yes.
But, I think it goes to show, when we're in a situation where, like, you have to spend that much time with somebody. God,
for yourself.
Yeah. They got to be the right person. You feel me? Like, if you're having issues and, things like, think about it, it's a whole nother game. Like, because if it could happen again, right? At this point in time, it really could. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm gonna knock on all kind of wood, but it has definitely changed. And I think, for generations to come, it's changed people. So.
Yeah.
It's just my thoughts, my 2 cents. This might be not even worth that much, but hey.
Yeah, I usually don't pay attention to it anyways. So.
I know. It's okay, though. Because, I was going to say something really mean, but you know what? I'm not. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate
sparing
you.
me. I do truly appreciate that.
Yes. You caught it pretty hard tonight, so I'll let you go at the end.
Thank you. There's always next week.
This is true. This is true. And, so I'll save it for next week.
Thank you.
Absolutely, sir.
You do care. You do care.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So I did want to give just a little bit more information, because we understand, like, everybody at some point in their lives has dealt with mental health related to something at some point. The good news is that there's help out there. You are not alone. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people deal with something every day, whether it's drug or substance abuse, just anxiety, depression, feelings of loneliness, alcohol. There are those of you who may know that there is a national suicide hotline, but what they have done is the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration have kind of made it a little bit easier for you to reach out if you need someone. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. So just like if you were to dial 911 on your phone, you would be taken straight to someone to help you with your emergency. The same thing is available for mental and substance abuse. You dial 988. There are prompts. I haven't called it to find out, but just reading facts on this number, there are certain prompts to get you to someone specialized in what it is you're dealing with. This is also open for veterans. If you're having issues, we appreciate everything you've done for us, and we know how hard it can be to assimilate back into civilian society. Just know that you can dial 988, press prompt 1, and there will be someone there to assist you. The old number, the 1-800-273-8255, is still a viable number and still does work. This 988 is based off of that number. So regardless of what it is, if you're just having dark thoughts, if you're just feeling like you need to talk to somebody, please reach out. Again, the number is 988, or if you prefer, the 1-800-273-8255. There is someone that is there ready and willing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to assist you with whatever it is you're going through. Know that you are worthy, you are worth it, you are loved, and that there is somebody there for you.
Big facts, man. Everybody, I think, at some point in time experiences some sort of depression or some sort of, just mental illness. So know that you're not alone, right? Obviously, there are different degrees of it, but I think at some point in time, either you come across somebody or you know somebody or you've dealt with it yourself, right? So the biggest thing is don't be afraid to ask for help, right? There's resources, there's people that are willing to help you. So just take that first step and just reach out. That'll definitely go a long ways. So good stuff. Good stuff. Mello, thank you for those facts. I think that's very important and something we might actually come back to in the show because, again, it is so common and something that I think, again, we all deal with, and just to get the word out and just to let people know, man, hey, you're not alone. So don't feel like that. I know it's tough to think that when you're in the midst of that, but we all go through it. So, well, that'll do it for this show. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Humpin podcast, and tell somebody who knows some about it. Tune in every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. We might stream on some other platforms in the future, but right now that's all I can manage. So hey, this is where you can find us. I'll update Spotify. We are on Spotify too, but I haven't updated that. So give me a few and I will update that too. Sorry, y'all. But thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Till next time.